Soundwhore can also be pronounced soundwhore. A soundwhore is one who relies heavily on sound in first-person shooters to be successful. Alternatively, a soundwhore can be defined as a cunt with a nice headset. Alright, potatoes. You know, it always surprises me how little people actually understand the sounds in Siege. I'd say about like 30% of my round is spent sitting there and listening to the sounds around me. This is a game crafted for sound whores. Accuracy in gunplay is only going to take you so far in Siege. To be successful, you need to have good map knowledge and you need to know how to use sound properly. And the first step to using sound properly is understanding how it works in Siege. Now, me and the squad kind of joke about having like a $500 headset. But like, you really don't need a $500 headset. All you need is a headset with good audio quality. And alright, if that's not possible, all you have to do is follow these two easy steps. Step number 1 is to acquire currency. And step number 2 is to purchase a headset with good audio quality. Seriously though, you're playing at a severe handicap, especially in Siege, without a good quality headset. Alright, now that we have that out of the way, let's talk about the actual sources of sound. So there are 3 sources of sound that you're going to hear in Siege. 1 is yourself and all sounds that you make. 2 is other players and all sounds that they make. And 3 is ambient noise from the map. Now, ambient noise is still important, but it's less important for sound whoring. For the topic of sound whoring, the noises that other players make are going to be your main focus. I think you'd actually be surprised at how much noise you actually make doing the most mundane shit. So let's see how loud you can really get. Here are some game sounds that are made pretty often by players in the game. Again, a lot of people are surprised that you're actually this loud in the game. If you've ever wondered how someone knows where you are and they just seem to zone in on you, they're probably just using sound really effectively. Like, even aiming down sights makes noise. Turning your screen enough for your character to make one step is usually enough to give your position away. So being able to ninja and manage your sound properly becomes really important. In the crutching clip, you notice that sound also depends on armor level. The more armor you have, the louder you're going to be. This is pretty straightforward and most people know about this, but not everyone knows how big the difference actually is. So why not compare them? God damn, this guy is so slow. Alright, so here's some things we discovered. 3 armor is obviously the loudest, 2 is in the middle, and 1 is the quietest. Crouching is also the quietest way to move around, and there's absolutely no reason you should be crawling to get around the map. Alright, so now we know what sound sources those cunts with nice headsets are using to kill you. Next, we gotta see how sound actually behaves. Sound in Siege is gonna take the shortest possible path to get to you. For example, let's say one of your enemies is standing right there and you're on this side of the wall. Right now, the shortest path for sound to get to you is through that doorway, so that's where you're gonna hear the sound coming from. However, if you make a hole in the wall, say something small like that, that will allow sound to travel through the hole because now it's the shortest path to you. The bigger the hole, the more sound gets through, and it also works with barricades on doorways. But you can use tricks like this to keep an ear on enemy movement. See what I did there? Now the interesting thing is that if someone is a floor above you, it will actually make a different sound and go through the floor. There's a certain radius above your character model that if someone is stepping in it, the sound will come through the floor, and if they step out of that radius, the sound is just going to come from the shortest path again, which is honestly so helpful on multi-floored maps. Holes in the floor also work the same way. Sound will travel through the hole, you're pretty much going to hear it unfiltered, and it's going to take the shortest possible distance to you. And the last thing to note is that the surface you're stepping on matters a lot. This again ties back into map knowledge, but if you're running on something like cement versus wood, it's going to sound different. So if you know the layout of the map and you're sound whoring extra hard, you know approximately where someone is. So some of the surfaces are dirt, cement, wood, and my personal favorite, tarp. Tarp is extra loud, it's only in select places on select maps, and it basically tells you exactly where the source of the sound is. Anyways, I've been sound whoring since the days of when I was playing on PS4, and basically what I did to learn the sounds of Siege was run around in a custom game with a friend, like one-on-one, and I basically just cranked my game volume and I just listened to all the sounds. But make sure when you do this, you're picking a map with not a lot of ambient noise. So something like Yacht has like a lot of ambient noise, and House not so much. But anyways, I hope this helped you out on actually learning how the sound works in Siege. And everyone who calls me a nerd and gets mad at me and is like, ooh, nice $500 headset. You're actually wrong, it was only $499.
You crazy mother...